knows this query, maybe you can say in the chat. Okay. So when I run this query, select star from to do. To do is my table name, right? And I can see two entries. One is go to bed. Okay, I see a lot of people are saying yes. Good that you guys know this query. Yeah. And the other entry here says prepare for the exam. So basically, it's nothing. The entries that we created here is like we are saying. Right. Can I move it somewhere? Okay. Right. Now, this is the beauty, right? If you are a full stack developer, now you see you have access to everything. You are doing something in the front end, and you can go to the database and see what is happening, whether the entries got stored or not. All those things you can do. Yeah, let's do one thing. Let's edit these entries. For example, here it says go to bed, right? Instead, I'm going to say go to maybe movie instead of bed. Let's send this person to the movie. Okay, so now we have edited the entry directly in the database, like without involving front end or back end. We have edited directly in the database itself. Let's go to our front end and reload this page. You see, the entry got updated here. So, which means the communication is basically happening. Like it's not just something hard coded in the front end. So the communication is happening front and forth, right? Now, like most of the times, what happens in the software development is you might be developing only front end first, or you might be developing the back end first. Most of the time, it's always the back end first. People develop only back end, and then people develop front end because they'll have the APIs to communicate to. If you are a single person working on the entire application. In that case, so how do you test this? Like you are developing a backend, how do you test it if you do not have a front end? Like I have front end, I can add something here, right? And send it to database or backend. So you guys have any idea how we can test a backend if there is no front end? We're going to see that, but yeah, I'd like to learn from you if you know that. Okay, I think this is new to guys. You guys, no. Okay, I see a lot of people saying no. All right. So we have something called an API tool. So the famous one is called Postman. Postman is a client, so which can communicate directly to the API. Okay, before talking about the API, Postman, let's talk about the API so that you guys get some idea. So here I'm opening this browser's network tab. So this you can open by pressing F12 on your keyboard. So you can see this in the network. So it's currently empty. Let's add another item. Let's say, okay, I just typed complete the assignment and we are going to add this. Now, just focus on this area, okay, this part, and see what is happening. So as soon as I clicked, you can see an entry here, right? And this entry is basically, if you do not know all these things, don't worry. So I'll explain what is happening here. So what is happening is basically when I type something and click add, we are making an API request, a communication request to backend. And that is basically to this URL. You can see this URL here, right? It says http localhost:8080/API/todo. This is basically like a URL like google.com or facebook.com. This is basically a URL. In this case, this is the API, which we are calling. And the type of request is basically post. Post means we are posting something to the API. We are sending something to the API. What are we sending? The data is important, right? What are we sending to this API? That you can see here. We are sending two information. One is completed is false, which means I created an entry, but it is not completed, right? It's yet to be done. So it's false. And also the actual text. So text is basically whatever I typed here, that is a text. So we are sending both of this information to this API. And this API is basically the backend. So backend, the Java is the backend, right? So Java will be hosting this API. So when we send it, Java will receive it, do some validations and things like that, and store it to the database. Now you have some idea about this API. Let's see how we can invoke the API directly without using frontend. Okay, so here, this is a Postman tool, right, which I have shown you earlier. Here you can see I'm going to invoke the same API, localhost:8080 API/todo. And in the request body, I'm just sending another like just we sent in from the browser, from our front end, we sent something. Here we are going to send same kind of information without front end. Let's see. Okay, and here you can see in the response, it says 403 forbidden, which means it's not allowing me, this backend, this Java backend we have, is not allowing me to add this entry. Why? So that is where the authentication comes in, right? Very important aspect of full stack development, authentication and authorization. So we cannot allow any random person to add some information, right? But in the browser, here in the front end application, you can see a sign out button, which means I'm already signed in. I am a valid user. I have signed in. Like I'll log out now. If I log out, I cannot see any of the to-do items. Only if I sign in with the proper credentials, I will be able to add entries. Now I'll sign in again. And this is something you might have seen in a lot of websites, right? Continue with Google, continue with Facebook, things like that. So we have similar implementation here. I'm logging in with Google with my Gmail ID. So now this will allow me to read my to-do items, and also I can add or delete and do things like that. But in the Postman, we haven't signed in. Here we haven't signed in, so it's not allowing me. It is saying 403 forbidden. Now, the front end, there is some interesting thing. So we have something called token. So that token, like we are not going to see detailed information about this because you might not understand all of these things. But so I'm just trying to give you like the basic information. So this token is something that is authenticating this user. So when through every request, we send this token, and this token is used to authenticate and authorize this user. Now I'll copy the same token from the browser. The Postman also, I'm going to use the same token. Okay. Now I'll send this. So this time you can see it is saying 200 okay, and it has also created a new entry, buy a car, right? So which means with that token, I'm authorized to do some operation, but without a token, proper token, the backend will not allow me. So this is very important aspect of software development, and you should know about this. Maybe you can learn about all these things during your full stack journey. All right, now we have added another entry from our Postman client, right? Let's refresh this page. You see, we have this entry here, buy a car. That's interesting. So what else we can see? Okay, now we have these things. Let's change small piece of code in the backend, and we can see how that is basically reflecting in the front end as well. So now you can see these entries are in random order, like buy a car, complete assignment, and things like that. Now let's say if you want to sort it based on the like maybe in the ascending order of the letters, the first letter, we can do that in the front end as well. But for the demo purpose, I'm going to show you how you can do it in the backend with a small line of code. Okay, it's not even one line of code. I'll show you. I'm not going to explain the complete code, right? Because that would take a lot of time. But yeah, so this line of code is what actually retrieving the information from database and sending it to a front end. And you can see we have something called sort by. So if you read this line, it's basically like reading English, right? So programming is not like a rocket science or not something alien. It's basically uh, like English. It says sort by and sorting order. And here we can say, let's sort by the text. That's the text information what we have stored. And let's reload this. Now let's go to our front end and try to reload the application. Now you can see it's basically sorted in the ascending order. Like we have B, we have C, G, and P. In case we want to sort it in the reverse order, maybe in the descending order, again you can do that by a simple line of code. So here it says order by ascending order, right? Instead I will put descending here. Right? It looks so easy. Okay, now let's reload the backend. Okay, now we'll refresh the page. Now you can see it's basically in the descending order. Yeah, you can sort it by completed status. For example, if I complete this and this, now they are in some random positions, right? You can also like sort them by, I'll show you. So I'm going to sort it by completed status. Now they are in some random position. If I refresh, you can see those are in the top. You can also make it go at the end by sorting it in the ascending order. So yeah, there are a lot of things that you can play around with backend, right? And okay, we can conclude it by having another interesting aspect. So we are going to integrate AI with our front end or this full stack application. So someone mentioned in the chat earlier, they wanted to build something like Chat GPT. Actually, you can do that. Here, I'm going to show a simple example of using AI inside this application. So that change, we are going to do it in the front end and not in the back end. Right. Okay. So this is a front end application. So here, I'm just going to uncomment this line of code. So basically, so this line of code, right, it is going to add a new button in our front end. Like next to sign up button, sign out button, we are going to see a new button. Let's see what that button does. Yeah, now you can see this new button here. It says predict personality. So this is like a simple demo for you guys. So when I click this button, so it's going to read all my to-do items and it's going to predict the personality of this guy, like whoever added this to-do list. Let's see what it is saying. Okay, now this AI has analyzed all the to-do list and it is saying this person appears to be a goal-oriented and responsible, indicated by tasks related to preparing for an exam, completing assignment. Yeah, you can read this. So based on the items that we have added, it has predicted some personality. And yeah, you can also do this in other AIs like ChatGPT or Gemini, does the same. But yeah, but we have integrated it within our application. Like, let's like remove all these things. Let's add different set of items. Do you guys want to add anything specific? Maybe you can put it in the chat. Let's say, Gobi. So I just added to random items, but yeah, meanwhile, you guys can also put something in the chat. I'm going to add them later. Now, for these two items, let's predict the personality. Okay, now this says this person seems to be ambitious and self-started. Okay, dedicated, practice coding. Okay, all these things, right? Specific resources like GUI showcases their strategic and focused approach. Yeah, so it is basically understanding, like it is understanding what GUI is, and based on that, it is giving some response. That's interesting. Like, okay, you said Tanush says dinner. Okay, let's remove this. Sorry. Dinner. Exercise. And a movie name. Okay. Oh, okay. No movie is coming to my mind. Let's put Avatar. Okay. Okay. Also hang out with friends. Okay. For these items, let's see what it is predicting. Okay. Prasad says learn from Santosh. Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Balanced, holistic in approach. Eat dinner. Okay. Watching series like Avatar may suggest they have creative, imaginative side. Okay. So interesting set of answers from AI, right? You guys can read it. I leave it for some time. Okay, so how have we integrated AI here? It is a simple to do application, right? With simple front end and back end. So how are we able to use AI here? That is again with the help of APIs. That's why I mentioned APIs are very important, and understanding APIs and REST APIs are very important as a developer. So you can also do cool and creative things like this. So this is just an example, right? You can basically do a lot of things. You can like generate some images like based on all the to-do items. You can also ask the AI to generate some images and display the images in your application. It's up to your creativity. So that's why I say learning the basics and learning the APIs are important. Okay, how to add AI? So we have APIs, like every AI company is providing APIs. So once you understand how to implement APIs, you can do that. Like that's a detailed explanation which we do not have time, but yeah, using the APIs from the company. So this API is basically from OpenAI. OpenAI is the company who developed ChatGPT. And there are also other companies like Google as Gemini. You can also use Gemini API. I hope this demo is interesting to you guys. Like if you have any questions, maybe you can post it in the chat while we continue our session. Okay. Since we have seen some demo, now if you want to develop an application like this, what do you need to do? So first thing is mastering front-end development, the basics of front-end development. Why the background is black? Okay, I don't know which background is black. Anyways, okay, you learn HTML first. As I said earlier, do not start with any frameworks like React or Angular. Start with basic HTML. Try to see the HTML structure, learn CSS, and learn JavaScript. JavaScript is actually the programming language. CSS is for styling, like adding buttons, coloring the buttons, text, making a font bold, and all those things comes under CSS, basically for applying styles. Once you're comfortable with the basics of all these languages, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, then start learning frameworks like Angular or React or Vue.js. There are many options, but if you ask me for one language, one framework, I would say start with React. React is basically easier to learn. And yeah, so you can also, if you learn React, there are like other opportunities like React Native for mobile applications. React is again based on JavaScript, so you can also work on backend. Okay, on the backend development, again, so we have multiple languages like Java, Python, Node.js, PHP. So any language that you're going to learn, if you already know some backend languages, then that's good. If you do not know any backend language, start with the basics. Learn the basic controls, conditional statements, the looping statement, variables, all those things, right? So you learn the basics. Once you're comfortable with basics of a language, then start learning any kind of frameworks. For Java, you have Spring Boot. For Python, you have Django or Flask. PHP is also having something called Laravel. So there are different frameworks for each application. So you can pick the framework based on your language. Upon learning language and a framework, very important again, learn APIs and RESTful services, understand the structures of the API, understand the standards that we follow. So APIs and REST are not any technology or programming languages. It is basically a standard, which means you have to follow some rules, how to use the API, how to invoke the API. So it's basically following some standards, and it's actually easier to learn, right? Earlier you have seen 403 forbidden, and it says 200. Okay, what is this 403 and what is 200? Those numbers have special meaning. So that is what you learn when you're learning this RESTful services. 403 means unauthorized, and 200 means basically everything went well. Okay. So yeah, every number has some meaning and you have to learn that. And finally, authentication and authorization, which we discussed in the demo as well. Very, very important. Do not skip this part. You have to learn how to authorize the user, how to authenticate the user, how to store the password in your database, right? You cannot store the password, the plain password as it is. If my password is ABCD, you cannot store ABCD in your database. You have to do a lot of other things like encryption, one-way hashing, and things like that. Yeah, learn all these things. Very important. So database things we already discussed, right? We have two different types of database. So my suggestion is learn both. Do not skip. Like in the language, maybe you can stick to one language, the front end and back end. But when it comes to database, learn both SQL and NoSQL. Do not skip any of this because we just have two types of database. In most scenarios, both of the databases are used together. So it's better to learn both, at least the basics. Again, version control system. Some of you have already like using this. I could see that from the comments. Yeah, so it's basically for organizing your code, storing your code, maintaining the history and everything. So version control is very important. Learn Git, basic commands of Git. Start using GitHub. Like you develop something, upload it to GitHub. Don't keep your code in your computer. Always upload it to GitHub. And finally, the deployment part. So here I can give you some examples of the deployment services we have. Say you're writing front-end code. Let's talk about the front-end first. Let's say you're writing React.js code or Next.js code or Angular or whatever it is. Once you are done with the development, any simple application, even something like the to-do application we had today, develop it, post it in a server. So Versal.com is a free service. So you can host your application there. You do not have to pay anything for that. So you can like, and also it will give you a URL. You can share it with your friends and family or anyone. They can also access your application through internet. For backend applications, for example, Java or Python or Node.js, there are different types of hosting providers like Heroku, AWS that you can see in the screen, right? DigitalOcean. All these services, they also like support front end, but for backend, they might be charging you something. For example, $5 a month, which comes under maybe 500 or 600 rupees a month. So yeah, you can calculate that. The backend services are not basically free, but if you want to learn something, AWS provides a 12 months of trial. You don't have to pay anything for AWS. Maybe you can explore that. Yeah, and again, CI/CD pipelines, like learn about Jenkins, building process, and all those things. Docker is like optional at this point but every company is using Docker today. So it's good to learn Docker. You do not need to pay any services. You can install Docker in your computer and you can learn like how to create new containers, deploying in Docker, all those things. But keep Docker as the last part. Okay. If you are comfortable with everything else, then you can spend some time to learn Docker. Okay, then so this is something people usually ask, right? So there are a lot of institutes also there, and there are online courses also there. Whether the online courses works for them, and people say online courses are not very effective. That's not actually true. Most of the online courses, like whatever you have today, they have some structured way of learning, like the structured curriculum or syllabus. So that is what very important if you're learning something. So online courses are really helpful as long as they have good structure, and you can have interactive lessons, and you can also try out your programming or coding while learning. So a lot of even GUI have a system where you can like learn something, and also you can try out it in the same page. You don't have to open a different application. You can try the coding problems in the same page. So yeah, online courses are really going to helpful. So finally, so build projects, right? If you're comfortable with everything, start building your portfolio, basically your own website to showcase your work. You can put your skills, you can put your resume, contact details, and all those things. Build small applications and showcase it in your portfolio. Portfolio means, if you do not know, it's basically like your online resume. You create a website having your technical information or personal information so that hiring people can read about you. So this we have already discussed earlier, so let's skip this. So this is basically the entire roadmap, whatever we have discussed so far. So like it even has something called email services and all those things, right? So yeah, end of the end of your course or your learning journey, you might be working in a enterprise level application where you also have to send emails from your application, right? So that's why I have this. Yeah, so this is like complete roadmap, but yeah, don't afraid of this. Once you have a proper roadmap and proper like curriculum, so this is going to be easier for you. But looking at this picture, it might look it's going to be huge. So yeah, don't say you do not have time to learn, because I have seen people saying they are going to college or already have some job and they do not have time to learn. It's okay. You do not have to spend every day like 8 hours every day. You can spend minimum at least 30 minutes to 1 hour or up to 2 hours if you have. So, but the thing is, you have to spend it every day. Like you have to be consistent and do not skip learning. For example, learning today, skipping 4 days, and then starting again on the fifth day, it's not going to work again, right? What happens? You'll forget and you have to start from the beginning again. So even if you have 30 minutes to 1 hour every day, that is fine, but be consistent. So that is what is going to take you to your dream job. Okay, so we have discussed a lot of things here, right? Like both the technical things and non-technical things. And with the demo, you might have seen the full stack application. But yeah, it's not like in 60 minutes, we cannot explain everything. That's very difficult. So that's why we have my friend, a career expert, Mr. Yogesh, with us today. You might have met Yogesh earlier. So Yogesh is a career expert, which means he has like guided a lot of students like you to land on their dream job, not only students, also like working professionals and graduates to achieve their goals and dream job. So moving forward, Yogesh is going to explain you a very special offer that we have in Guvi, which will help you to achieve the roadmap and follow the roadmap properly. Over to you, Yogesh.
Definitely. So from here, we will gonna discuss different aspect also regarding your career, how you guys can able to start, and what kind of things you have to keep in mind, right? And also about the uh, career opportunities, how companies hires, all these kind of things. So let me share my screen. I guess my voice is audible, right?
Yes, Yogesh.
Okay. So we will discuss about few scenarios, right? Education scenarios and also how companies usually hire. So this is a story of each and every single person, right, who is attending this session. So we usually spend over 16 years in education, nearly about 16 years. And if I talk about the capital, it's nearly about 10 lakhs to 25 lakhs, right? According to your parents, right, how they are investing, in which college you are studying, and what kind of resources you are getting. According to that, you are spending 10 to 25 lakhs. But this is the harsh reality that only 2% populations are 2% people, I would say, are working in good organizations, and also they are achieving whatever they want. 98% people are struggling, still struggling. So anybody can answer me, what are the major concern, or maybe I would say, what is the major issue these 98% people are facing? They are compromising with different set of jobs, right? And a lot of things that used to be done previously. So can anybody answer what is that thing? Lack of skill. Okay. Deepthi Das is saying they don't have enough skills. Okay. Amura, Dhanush, Manmeet Kaur is saying lack of guidance. Jev Mukwana is saying because of knowledge skill. So you guys already know this is about skill. Because in our current education scenario, we are learning only academic parts, right? Not about the skill set, not about the things, right, which right now IT industries are looking. So basically, the person, that the particular skill set, right, which is a particular company is looking, is not involved in our curriculum in our colleges. So that is the major gap between the industries and the students. So that's why that bridge, right, is not there to just land from here to here. That's why usually 98% people are not able to get the particular job they are just aiming in the starting, right? You can write down the comment. So each and every single person was typing our Google, Microsoft, Capgemini, lot of companies name, right? Product based companies name. But the particular thing is that you are still dreaming about that company. You are not able to join that particular company. So the reason is that massive skill gap. Usually people don't have those skills which is required to work in these companies, and the people who just acquire those skill at right time, definitely they get the particular opportunity. So that is the thing which is very very much important. So from here, we will gonna discuss one scenario. So do you guys know how these companies usually hire? How they use the Google, Microsoft, Amazon, how these companies hire people? So we will gonna discuss from here. So for example, if Google will gonna post a vacancy, right, for a full stack developer, just today, right? Just for an example, 100 full stack developer. Google need 100 full stack developer. So do you know how many full stack developer will gonna apply there? Just imagine, just give me a random number. 10,000, 1 lakh. How many, Dipti is saying 15K, 20K. Okay. 50K, 1 lakh, Mohammad Hussein is saying. So it is not about only in India, right? We have full stack developer. They are working as a front end developer, back end developer, right? Somebody who is having 5 years of experience as a full stack developer in tier 2 company, and he is looking for better opportunity maybe in Google. And it's not about only in India, it's about globe, right? So Google is, you all know this is a giant. So over the globe, people will gonna apply there. So you can say in lakhs people will gonna apply there, right? So when they apply with their, how they apply, they will build their resume, yes or no? They will build their resume, they will write their resume, and will gonna apply there with they will mention their experience, their projects, right? This is the thing. So it will become impossible to check each and every single resume, yes or no? If in lack of people will gonna apply, so it's very difficult for me as a hiring manager, as a recruiter, to just check each and every resume. So these company have something called ATS is application tracking system. So in this system, right, this system usually check the keywords, what kind of skill set you have, what kind of I would say tools you know, all these kind of things the ATS will check, and ATS usually scores between 10 to 100, right? If your ATS score is more than 80, then only they will forward your resume to recruiter. So first of all, if I talk about the skill set, this is also very much important skill set to build a good resume, right? And when you will build a good resume, then definitely recruiter will check your LinkedIn profile also. After that, they will visit your GitHub portfolio also, right, to check the projects. So are you guys aware about what is GitHub? Give me a thumbs up if you are aware. And if you are not aware, you can write down no also. Okay, few people are aware, few are not. No, sir. Dhanush is saying no. So GitHub is like a digital portfolio, right? It is like a directorate where you can able to upload your project. So for example, if you will mention in your resume that you have done 25 projects, maybe you have built this particular website, this kind of things. So how I will able to know that what kind of things you have implemented in that particular project? So for that, we have something called GitHub. If you don't have GitHub portfolio and you want to be a full stack developer, just today make your account on GitHub and start uploading your project on GitHub. So you can upload your project there, and then recruiter will check your projects, right? So GitHub is like a directorate, a portfolio, digital portfolio, where you can able to upload your project. And whenever a recruiter will and check how many projects you have done, what kind of tools, what kind of languages you have used in your particular projects. So they will able to know that, yeah, you have these skill set also, those skill set also, and the particular skill set which that particular company required, right? After visiting your GitHub, right, they will check your projects, right? So there should be more projects. I would say industry relevant capstone projects would be there. And most of the company usually ask for cover letters, right, where you can mention in detail. Afterwards, if you will qualify, they will call you for aptitude test also. They will call you for cultural fit rounds. They will check your team building capability, your communications, leadership, all these kind of things. Because at the end of the day, if you are entering, right, as a or maybe I would say an intern full stack developer. So you have to work as a full time, and also afterwards you would be having a lot of opportunities to handle a team. Also, you would be a project lead, right? And if, for example, you are qualifying those culture fit rounds, so you would be having aptitude test assignment to check that you already aware about all those terms, all those things, right, which is required. They will check your aptitude also. They will check your skill set also. And if you will qualify that, then there is a chance, right, that after these rounds, you will get an offer letter. So this is a journey, right? That's how these companies usually hire. They will check your skill set, your communications, your leadership, and they will check your, qualification, each and everything. That is important. Afterwards, then only you will get a job. For that, what is very much important to learn? Yes or no? The first thing is to if you are aspiring full stack developer, the foremost important thing is to learn all these kind of things, right? So there is only two way to learn in 2025. I know only these two way. If you can learn it from free resources, right? You have YouTube, Google, lot of free resources. In the starting, somebody was asking for free course. So I would ask you, why are you looking for a free course if everything is available on YouTube? Why are you looking for a free course? And just give me a thumbs up if you guys are agree with me. Even you can invest, you can take admission in an institute, or you can able to learn from free resources like YouTube or Google. There is no third way. These are the only possible two way, right? And if somebody is here to for a free course, then definitely we have YouTube. Everything was there. So if you are still thinking some magic will happen, no. If you want proper guidance, you have to invest. Because for example, if today I am here and you guys are also here and we have a mentor, right? If they, on a daily basis, I have to teach you something, definitely I will gonna charge for it. Because if I have spent it a lot of things, right? I have my fee, I have my charges for it, right? So definitely, if you are looking for guidance, definitely you can invest. So if we talk about learning, free learning, if you will go to learn, right, with YouTube or any free courses, so definitely you can learn. I would never say that you would not able to learn, but 98% usually give up. According to research, only 2% people succeed in it. So what happened when it comes to learning? Can you guys answer what happened when we start learning for free? If maybe most of you, maybe 98% of you are still learning from YouTube, what kind of challenges you are facing? You can write down. If you are learning from any free resources, why 98% usually give up? No doubt solving, lack of mentorship. Okay, Katya Singh, inconsistency. Yes, lot of factors. For example, if today I want to learn something from YouTube, so what is the main issue is that maybe I will not get a structured curriculum where I can start, where I can finish. The second most important thing is that uh, if I would pay, right, for something, then maybe I would attend the classes because mentor would be there on a daily basis. But if it is about me, so I would be I maybe sometimes I'll skip the learning because I have to be responsible for it. I have to be consistent, right? And also I am not aware because it is about me. I don't aware about the path. I will make the mistake. So I am not aware with whether I will be able to do it in a 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or be year or 2 year. So that's why patience is also important. Maybe it will take 2 years for me to learn. Maybe I am making too many mistakes. Maybe I'm learning in a different pace, right? So your consistency, your patience, your nobody is there to guide you to solve your doubt. You have to focus. You have to search. You have to solve all your doubt by your own, and also you have to be accountable for it. You have to take your accountability also, right? So, for example, if you are someone who usually struggle with consistency and these kind of things, and you want to start your career within a limited period of time, that is very much important. If you are learning by your own, maybe it will take 2 years also, right? It will take 3 years also. But if you are thinking maybe you want to do it within 2025, you want to start your career as a full stack developer, invest somewhere. When you will put something on stake, definitely you would be more focused on that, right? If we, for example, if you have spent it something somewhere, if you have spent it your money, then you will try your 200% to achieve that particular thing. So that is also one good. They praising procrastination as it may be free. Yeah, definitely. That these are the reasons procrastination is a cancer in within your success, right? If you are procrastinating things because you have access, right? We all have access. No, if everything is there, right? Why you guys are still attending the session? Because you need a guidance. You need a person who will able to guide you. So this is also good. If you are feeling that investing somewhere is not good, if you are investing in your learning, definitely your future self would be thankful for you. And sometimes people say, I have invested in my college. Yes, because you usually want a degree, your parents want a degree, but in colleges we usually get only academic, academic knowledge things. We have professor who never worked somewhere. They are teaching us the syllabus only. Maybe the syllabus is already 2 decade, old. So before 20 years, somebody just built the syllabus and still we are learning the same. And industries are keep growing. Nobody have dare to change it, because if they will change the syllabus, they have to taught these things to the faculties also. They have to change the projects also. So a lot of things we have to do, right? As if government will change the syllabus according to the industry, they have to invest in your colleges, in your teachers. Maybe professor is 45, 60 year old, so I would not able to teach him that particular thing again. So these kind of things happening, right? In usually people just mistake in investing local training institute, right? So in local training institute, usually you get the similar thing. These are the things. You will get a certification, right? The certification is not globally recognized. You will get unstructured things. You will never get the placement things, right? So for example, if I talk about GUI also, here we focus on these kind of things, that if somebody is investing, we this is our responsibility to provide you a certification which is globally recognized, right? Because here we have certification which is incubated with IIT Madras, right? We have 1,000+ hiring partners. We have networks to provide you placement also. If you are learning something, it is also important to start the career, right? If I talk about, right, I'm talking about the GUI only. So if I talk about GUI also, so we have live sessions, right? In one session, we only allow 25 candidates. You can attend. We have expert crafted curriculum and doubts clarification sessions, hackathons, even mock interview session, module wise assessment, one-on-one career support. So you will able to solve your doubt, value addition session. This is after when somebody wants to invest their capital, right? So definitely each and everything, this is important for your learning. We provide here, we provide capstone projects, and after that career guidance. When you will complete this, during this journey also, your learning journey, we will provide you a portal where you can access your journey, that at the end of the day, your attendance is good, you are able to learn, right? You are not studying something, you can check each and everything here. Afterwards, we will also provide you resume building sessions, your portfolio building sessions, your interviews, mock interviews, weekly brainstorm sessions, mock interviews, industry ready sessions, and after that, your business communication sessions also. So these are the things which is very much important, and we usually provide to the candidates, right? So I will not take much of your time, but yeah, from here I will gonna tell you a few important things, which is very very much important, right? So uh, if you want to invest somewhere, how many of you just want to invest and want to learn? I just want to know. It's not only about Google STL, wherever you want. You just want that you uh, want to invest something, maybe your capital, and you just want to start your career as soon as possible. If you want, Kaiti is saying yes, Pal, Kashyap, Bhardwal, Jain, Khatri. Okay, some people are don't want to invest. If you don't want to invest, right, definitely you guys can have free resources already available in the market. You can start. What does it mean? These four letters, these four words are very much important. Mentor with relevant experience. Can anybody tell me what is the difference between a mentor or a teacher? Why I am mentioning here mentor, not a teacher? There's a huge difference between a mentor and a teacher. Mentor will help me, okay? Guiding is mentor. So I'll tell you. So in our colleges, we usually have teachers. In our professors, in our school, we have usually teachers, right? So our teachers and professor never worked somewhere. They never handled a project. They never handled a team, right? They never complete a project of an industry. They were just aware about the Python, Java, and these kind of languages. They are aware about the bookish knowledge. But a mentor is a person who have worked or maybe working in the same industry. If a full stack developer, if a particular full stack developer who is working from last 10 years, 15 years in a same industry would teach you something, will teach you about full stack development, will provide you a best possible way how you guys can able to start your career. A mentor is a person who are having relevant experience, right? So in Google, usually we have mentors from TCS, Meta, Amazon, from these companies. They are working from 15 years, 20 years. So they will teach you how you guys can also able to achieve that particular thing, right? If you know how to cook a cake, right? Definitely then only you will able to teach someone, not from a book, right? If I will provide you one recipe that this is the recipe how to cook a cake, or maybe I will provide you one other option, a chef who knows how to cook a cake, a great cake, right? So definitely you will choose a chef rather than a recipe. You will choose a chef. So mentor is very much important if you are looking, or maybe you are thinking to invest, right? To get a great mentor. The second most important thing, you have to practice tools. Practice is very, very much important. HTML, Tailwind, JavaScript, React, Redux, Node.js, Express. You have to learn tools. The step three is to make capstone projects. Are you guys aware about what are capstone projects? Get it right, yes or no? If you are not aware, no. If you are aware what is capstone project, you can say yes. Okay, most of the answer I have no. So capstone projects are those projects which never have been implemented. For example, this is the example here, right? If you can build an application similar to Spotify. So this is already done. We have a lot of music streaming platform, but if you can able to make something which is never have been implemented, maybe usually we order water bottles, right? If you can able to make an application for water bottles, if you can, for example, we have done a project for a school bus. So parents usually wait at bus stop for their child's maybe children's bus school buses, right? They are not aware about exact location. So if you can able to you know if you able to make an application where the parents are able to track the bus, right? According to that, they will able to do they will able to just check the location. I am just sharing the step number 2. You can take a screenshot of it. Somebody is requesting me to take this screenshot. So these kind of projects, right, which never have been implemented, right? These kind of project we usually say capstone projects, or capstone projects are very much important if you are looking for great opportunity, because in these particular projects you usually start from scratch. You will research, you will build that particular thing, and you will upload in your portfolio, and it will boost your knowledge, your each and everything. So definitely companies are looking for the candidates who are having good projects, capstone projects. The fourth most important thing is doubt solving sessions. If you are investing, your doubt solvings are very much important. How many of you feel doubt solving are very, very much important thing? At the end of the session, Mohammed, I will take you to the slide. Just give me a thumbs up if you feel. So I give you an example. In our college, right? Just imagine you are in your first class of your college, right? So in your class, you will see 100% attendance, right? Each and every person is sitting in the class in your first day of your college. But day after day, week after week, month after month, right? You will see the less people are attending the classes. Why? Because, for example, if you're in your first class or second class, if you have one doubt, and because of any reason, if you are not able to clarify that doubt, then the topics related to that particular thing, right, to that particular doubt, you will not able to understand. And these things will, doubts have a tendency to accumulate at a point. So you would be having lot more doubt in your mind, and you will feel that if I will sit in the class, then also I would not able to understand anything. So maybe I can sit in the canteen also with my friends. So these are the things usually happens. So if you have doubt, this is very much important to clarify at the same time, because you would be having the same I would say excitement for the next class, and you guys would be having same eager to learn new things, right? So doubt solvings are very, very much important. Usually we neglect. So that's why I mentioned this point, fourth point, that if you are learning new skills, your doubt solving sessions are important, right? One-on-one doubt solving sessions, you should meet the mentor, you should clarify your doubt, and then ready for the next class. That is very, very much important. The fifth point is accountability. How many of you guys are aware about accountability? What is accountability? Anybody can answer me what is accountability? Just answer me. What is accountability? This is a very big thing. If you have heard a quote that you are only accountable for your future. So what is accountability? Santosh is saying no, sir. Okay. No idea about it, sir. Varsha is saying your own updation. Okay. No track. No, maybe you are reading just below thing, right? Academic stage, weekly progress, dedication, responsibility. Yeah, Sai Ashwarya give me a right answer. Responsibility. Accountability is similar to responsibility. So, for example, if today you want to become a full stack developer, so who is responsible for him? Who is responsible for it? If you want to become a full stack developer, who will gonna be the responsible for it? Your parents, your friends, who will be responsible for it? You. Only you. Us. Yeah. Dipti is saying so you. Dipti is responsible for that particular thing. If I want to become a full stack developer, then I have to learn, I have to struggle, I have to do each and everything. Then only I will able to become a full stack developer. That is the thing. So that we call accountability, right? So this is a mutual thing also. This is the thing for the candidate. I already told you who just want to invest. So this is your accountability. You are only accountable for your future. You have to learn, you have to struggle. But also in our colleges, the colleges used to do what they used to do. They used to just check your attendance, right? Usually they check your attendance, and if your attendance is more than 75%, they will allow you to sit in the examination. This is their accountability. No, if you are investing somewhere, you have to check if they are accountable for you or not. If, for example, I am not able to learn from one method, I would start different method to teach you. If I will see that that particular person is having a slow learning pace, then definitely I will try to teach you in a slow pace, right? This is like, if my child is not eating, maybe if you have a small kid in your family, if that particular kid is not eating, their parents will try different methods, right? They will turn on the TV, they will give him a phone, mobile phone, or maybe they will tell him or a story, right, to feed them, because they feel this is their accountability to feed their children. It is not like that if he is or she is not eating, we will say, ah, he is not eating, so we will not feed him. No, we will feed him. We will try different methods. That's we do here. And also, if you are investing somewhere, you have to check if they have same accountability or not. And the sixth is practical hands-on sessions, right? Usually, if I am learning something and I am making a project, maybe it will take 2 months, 3 months, but yeah, I will gonna make it, I will gonna complete it. But things are different in organizations. So definitely, if in industry you are working, they will give you a team of 6 people. They will give you a time of 1 month, and you have to deliver the project. So you would be having limited resources, limited time, and you have to complete it. So that's how you will that these kind of things you will learn in these practical sessions, right? You would be having limited time, you have limited time and limited resources, you have to complete the projects. So these kind of sessions are very very much important, where you can able to develop your creative skills, your critical thinking, lot more skills, right? And we feel 130 hours plus sessions are important if somebody is learning. And the seventh point is to just having good placement guidance. As I already told you, if you know how to build a good resume, so definitely you guys will able to apply somewhere, and your resume will be forwarded to the recruiter. That is important. Your resume building session, your mock interviews, these things are very very much important. So these are the 7 important points which very much important if you are learning. First, find a good mentor, practice tool, right? You have to take doubt solving sessions, you have to be accountable for it, you have to make your capstone projects, and you have to just prepare for the interviews also. If you will learn all these kind of skill set, you will see lot more competition in the market, so you should know how to qualify the interview. If I talk about Guvi also, we have completed 10 years incubated with IIT Madras and IIM Ahmedabad. We have 1,000+ hiring partners. We are teaching in 13 different languages, right? And definitely we have won Guinness World of Record 2 times. We have taught Zen AI and different things, right? So this is about SCL Guvi. If somebody wants to learn from Guvi, definitely we will provide you the best possible way, and also the structured way, capstone project, each and everything, so you will able to start your career. On this note, I will just want to finish this session, and we'll also disclose the the bonuses we have today. Yeah, I'm gonna discuss Khaiti about this. So before that, I'm gonna discuss. This is the something which is very much important. Usually people forget. So have you watched this movie? Anybody can tell me the name of the movie in the comment? MS Dhoni. Yes. So this is the autobiography of a cricketer named Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Untold story. Yeah. So if you have watched this movie, can anybody tell me the context of this scene? Is this movie scene? What is the importance of this scene in this particular, or maybe in the life of Mahendra Singh Dhoni? So let me give you the context, right? So Mahendra Singh Dhoni is a cricketer in Indian cricket team, right? He's he's a god in cricket. I love him a lot. So he was playing cricket, right, in his childhood, and afterwards he played Ranji, lot of things, right? And because of his cricket skills, he got a job in railways at a ticket collector, right? So he was having a government job as a TC. He was working good. Each and everything was perfect. He was playing cricket for Indian Railways also. So it was not like he was doing his only ticket collector job. He was playing cricket for Indian Railways and having a good government job, a secure job, a good future right there. But he was having a dream to play for India. That was very, very much important. He was having a dream to play for India. So at this point, he was sitting on a bench and was thinking whether he should continue with this particular job because it was a secure job, government job with a good handsome salary, or maybe he can take a risk to start playing, right, practicing more, and to start his competition to play for India. So he bought the train. At this point, he just quit his job. He just bought the train, went to his father, quit his job, and rest is the history. You know that he is in our heart. So definitely, this is also a story of each and every single person. Maybe we are today, right? Each and every candidate who are just listening to me, or maybe having a dream. If you are thinking, maybe you are working in any non-IT, in any company, a small company, and you are having a dream to maybe work as a full stack developer in Google, or maybe you have a big dream, definitely you should go for it, right? If you will take one single step, right, definitely you are ahead of those people who are still thinking to learn, still thinking to have these kind of things. So these are the only this is the only mindset which you have. If you I know that in this particular session also we are having people who are thinking about to learn full stack, to switch their career from last 3 years, but still they are thinking, not taking any step. So if still you are thinking, just start it today. That is the thing which I want to say. That is very, very much important, right? Choose your path, start early, and just achieve whatever you want to achieve in your future. That's why I pray that each and every single person from this session, right, will achieve each and everything which you want, and you will achieve everything in your future. On this note, I just want to disclose this, our bonuses also. So this is a certification which we provide in Goovi. I was talking about the globally recognized certification. So this is from Goovi SCL. SCL is already an IT company from last 50 years, right? And we have Google as our education partner, IIT Madras Pravartak, you can say an IIT Madras incubated company. So definitely you will get this particular globally recognized certification from us. And this is the time for the bonus which I was talking about. So this bonus is for the people who just want to invest and looking for proper guidance. So the candidate right here in the session, if you are still here, so we will provide you 15,000 rupees of discount over the fee. And if you are thinking, so how much is the fee? So on our website it is 95,000, but yeah, you guys can enroll in 80,000. You will get 15,000 off. And if we feel you are a good candidate, definitely there would be more scholarship for it. And also, if you feel right, you want to enroll, we provide EMI options also. You can pay it in up to 24 months. So a lot of things are there. If you are still thinking that you want to enroll, definitely you can. We will provide you one form in the chat box for the interested candidate. You can fill that form for the if you are interested. Our counselor will call you one to one, and they will check your background, your portfolio, and your I would say your education background, each and everything, your learning pace. And if they feel that you are suitable candidate for full stack development, definitely you have a chance to start a journey of learning these kind of things. I am sharing that particular, interested link. Just allow me a moment. So basically, usually what happen if we say, right, we have to learn something. I am struggling with something. So definitely, what usually happen that just a second. So usually what happen, we usually feel that there is nobody to help us. So if you want a help, we are here. This is the inquiry form which you can click, and you can fill this form. So our counselor will call you one to one. This is the session, right? We have too many candidates in this session, so we cannot able to unmute you, right? It is impossible for us to unmute you, or because too many candidates are here. But yeah, if you are serious about it, we are also respect that thing. If you are serious, fill this form. Our counselor will call you, and they will guide you one to one personally, right? And definitely when we can do the payment, Rashmi, our counselor will first check, right, about your education background, your learning pace, and everything. And definitely they will check a lot of things. So if they feel that this is a particular, perfect course, particular program for you, you should start your career as a full stack developer, then only we will talk about the fee and the payment part. First of all, we have to check, right, each and everything about your expectation. We will able to provide you the placement or not. These kind of things are very much important. That's why I'm not saying to pay it right now. Sir, I am 10th class student. Should I take this or not? Yeah, definitely. This particular program is for the students also. We have 8th class student also learning from here. So if you guys are interested, you want to join the program, you can fill this interested form. And if you guys are, want more inquiry, you just want to raise more, you just want to learn a lot of things, you can fill the query form. And afterwards, our team will contact you. They will maybe on Monday, because Sunday is off for us. So maybe on Monday, you will receive a call from them, and definitely they will guide you for that. We are going to start one batch for placement only. And we have only 25 seats for that. Already in our previous session, we have filled 10 seats. So if you are, wants to enroll, only 15 seats are available. You can fill the form, we will call you. And I would request only interested candidate fill this particular form, not just to randomly get the certification or anything. If you are interested, then only fill the form. So we would able to help, right? Because we have counselor here, and these counselors are working hard. So we want, if you are serious, we can able to meet you, we can able to guide you and provide you the best possible way. And if we can able to help you, right, with the fee also. Sometimes some people don't they are not that much financially capable, so we provide some other scholarships also, right? So if you guys are happy, and we feel we will able to help you in starting your career, this is the best possible, I would say, thing a person can able to do. If you are thinking to become a full stack developer, and we are able to provide you that particular opportunity, right? We are able to help you out to start your career. That is the most, I would say, beautiful thing. So definitely the candidate who are interested can fill this particular thing. Jav, if you feel this is expensive, so you can fill the form. If we can able to help you out with the more scholarship, we will check, right? I have already dropped the inquiry form also. And when you will guys fill the form, I will provide you the certification link also. Just take few minutes, and then we will provide you the certification form also. If you guys have any question, any doubt, comment section are open. After sharing the certification link, we will wait for 2-3 minutes and we will gonna end the session. So if you guys have any question, any doubt, you can ask me. So this is the certification form you guys can fill and you will get the certification over your mail. This is the feedback form for the session also. You can give us the feedback about the session if you want something should be improved. So we do according to you. Or to create. Actually, I don't have resume right now, Ikla. So definitely I'll try to share you. So guys, if for example you are thinking maybe you are a fresher or you are from non-IT, you would not able to transform your career. Lot of the examples we have, right? We have a longer list from the people who have career switch, fresher, maybe they were previously working in non-IT and right now they are working at good place. They are earning a handsome salary and they are having a good, career right now. So if you are thinking whether you should start or not, take your first step. Definitely you will able to achieve it. You have to put your hard work and everything. So guys, query form, because if you have further queries, maybe if you will fill the interested form also, then also you will get the resolution of your each and every query. Don't worry about it. You can fill that form. And I would say lovely to have audience like you. You are interactive, and that's why this session was good. Thank you, Khyati, to be the part of this session, to be interactive during the session. That shows that you guys have intent. Also, sometimes if it is about the sessions, webinars, so it seems like I am talking to myself. But yeah, if you guys usually reply, it feels that somebody is listening to me and it was really amazing, right? You guys are amazing, and I pray to God that each and every single person, right, who are here today will achieve each and every position or maybe ambitions you will in your future. You will gonna achieve each and everything which you want, and just work hard, work smart, and achieve whatever you want. Can can you provide any detailed roadmap for just drop your, just fill the interested form. The counselor will guide you in a personalized way also. And thank you so much for joining. Can you provide PDF? Khayati, if you have filled the form, our counselor will contact you. They will call you, and personally, they will definitely, provide the PDF and everything, right? Because today it is impossible to share anything with you. Afterwards, our counselor will help you with that. Thank you so much, Jay. Thank you. Okay, bye. Take care. Good night. So we will meet in another wonderful session. We will gonna end it right now. Thank you so much.